Dear students, my name is Avinash, lecturer in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Jain Polytechnic, Belgavi. Today, we are going to study the Unit 4 of Medical Electronics subject, that is Measurement and Analysis Technique. That is the title of the unit. So, this is the fourth session. Today, we are going to study. Okay. So, the contents covered in this session are pH metry, pH measurement using glass electrode, and what is pH meter, and direct reading type pH meter. These are the concepts or the contents we are going to cover in this session. Okay, so let's start with the pH metry. So let's start the introduction of about pH metry. Okay, blood gas analyzers are used to measure the pH. Okay, so the partial pressure of carbon dioxide, you can say PCO2, and partial pressure of oxygen PO2 of the body fluids with a special reference to the human blood. Okay, the measurement of these parameters are essential to determine the acid-base balance in the body. Okay, if there is a sudden change in the pH and partial pressure of carbon dioxide, which results in the cardiac arrhythmias and ventricular hypotension, and even to the lead to the death. Okay, so this discussion shows the importance of the maintenance of physiological neutrality in the blood, and consequently the crucial role of blood gas analyzers play in the clinical medicine. Okay, so before moving to the further, we should know what is that acid base balance. Okay, this is also called as pH. Okay, a normal pH of extracellular fluid lies in the range of 7.35 to 7.45. Okay, that includes the body fluid slightly alkaline. Okay, when the pH exceeds 7.45, the body is considered to be in a state of alkalosis. Okay, the body pH below 7.35 indicates acidosis. Okay, both acidosis and alkalosis are disease conditions widely encountered in the clinical medicine. Okay, so any tendency of the pH of blood to deviate towards these conditions is death by the following three physiological mechanisms. Okay, that is first buffering by chemical means, and second by the respiration, there is a problem in the respiration, and third one is the excretion into the urine by kidneys. Okay, urine by the kidneys. This is how this pH is very important to study. Okay, so there are different methods to there is instruments to measure this pH value of the human body. So that is all together known as pH metry. Okay, so this is all about the introduction for the pH metry. So let's start with the next concept, that is pH measurement using the glass electrode. Okay, there are several types of electrodes have been described in the literature for the measurement of the blood pH. They are all of the glass electrode type, but made in different shapes so that they may be accept small quantities of blood and yield the accurate result. Okay, so the most common type is syringe electrode, which is prepared for convenience of taking small samples of blood from the body. Okay, the small dead space between the electrode bulb and the inner surface of the syringe barrel is usually filled with a dilute heparin solution to prevent the blood clotting. Okay, before making measurement, the syringe should be rolled between the hands to ensure thorough mixing. Okay, micro capillary glass electrodes are prepared when it is required to monitor pH continuously, for example during surgery. Okay, these type of electrodes are especially useful when very small volume of sample is to be analyzed. Okay, typically a micro electrode for clinical applications requires only 20 to 25 milliliter of capillary blood for the determination of the pH. Okay, the electrode is enclosed in water jacket and circulating water at a constant temperature of 38 degrees Celsius, and that water contains around 1% of NaCl for shielding against static interference. The capillary is protected with a polythene tubing. Okay, The internal reference electrode is a silver or a silver chloride, and the calomel reference electrode is connected to a small full of saturated KCl, potassium chloride, you can see, through a porous pin. Okay, an accuracy of 0.001 pH can be obtained with this electrode against a constant buffer. Okay, so as you can see in this diagram, there is a buffer solution. In that, blood solution is taken, and with the help of that pH glass, we are going to measure the pH value of that sample. Okay, this is all about your glass electrode. Now coming to the next concept, that is pH meter. Okay, so first we should know what is a pH meter. A pH meter is a scientific instrument that measures the hydrogen ion activity in water based solution. Okay, this indicates its acidity or basicity expressed as pH. Okay, this pH meter measures the difference in electrical potential between pH electrode and a reference electrode, and hence the pH meter is sometimes referred to as potentiometric pH meter. Okay, the difference in electrical potential relates to the acidity or pH of the solution. Okay, this pH meter is used in many applications ranging from laboratory experimentation to the quality control. Okay, so if you say the applications, the rate and outcome of chemical reactions taking place in water often depends on the acidity of water, and hence therefore useful to know the acidity of water, typically measured by means of pH meter. Okay, the next application, you can say the knowledge of pH is useful or crucial in many situations, including chemical laboratories analysis. Okay, and even it is used in the medical field also. Okay, the one point keep in mind that this whatever method we are taking to measure this pH, at all the time it is measured with the help of that electrical pulses. So 1 pH unit is equal to 0.059 volts at 25 degrees Celsius. We should keep in this mind. Okay, so move to the next concept, that is direct reading type pH. So the concept is direct reading type pH meter. On the slide you can see a schematic diagram of a direct reading type pH meter. Okay, as you can see on the slide, this direct reading type pH meter consists of a scale. On the top you can see there is a scale that is calibrated in millivolts, and it also contains a container in which that unknown solution, that solution of unknown pH value is placed, and two electrodes we are using. One is a glass electrode and reference electrode, and the potential difference between these two electrodes we are going to measure, so that again it is going to give a pH value. Okay, now how it works, let's start. The solution of unknown pH value is taken in the container which is shown at the bottom of the slide. Okay, now in that slide two electrodes are placed. One is a glass electrode and another one is a reference electrode. Okay, and now those two electrodes are connected to a scale which is calibrated in a millivolts, and again it is calibrated in a pH units. Now what happens when these two electrodes, that is glass electrode and reference electrodes, are immersed in a solution of unknown pH, obviously it will generate some potential difference. Okay, that potential difference is measured with the help of that scale which is calibrated in millivolts. Okay, and this voltage gives us a specific, or you can say the corresponding pH value of that unknown solution. As I already told, 1 pH unit is equal to 0.059 volts at 25 degrees Celsius. This temperature control is used to measure the temperature at 25 degrees Celsius. Okay,